Dear students, let's see the dentition in mammals. What is meant by dentition? Dentition refers to the type, number, and arrangement of teeth in the dental arch in a species of vertebrates. From this definition, you can understand that dentition is species specific. That means each species of vertebrate has got a particular type, number, and arrangement of teeth in the dental arch. Let's go to the details of dentition in the case of mammals. There are three types of mammals. One is toothed, second one is toothless, third is teeth are absent in the adults but present in the younger stages. The mammals which have got teeth in all its life stages are called toothed mammals. For example, human beings, and you know some other mammals which are toothed. Then toothless mammals, they don't have teeth, spiny anteaters, white whales. Then they are also called edentulous. Dent refers to teeth, you know. Then edentulous refers to toothless mammals. Then third one is the teeth are absent in the adults, but small calcified teeth are present in the fetus. For example, the mammals which come under monotremes, then scaly anteaters, and whalebone whales. These are the three types of mammals according to the presence or absence of teeth. Then let's go to the structure of mammalian tooth. It will be asked as an essay. The structure of tooth in all vertebrate is almost same. Then mammalian teeth is typically called thecodont. Theca refers to the sockets or the sockets of jaw bones, or they are also called alveoli, special pocket-like structures or cavities into which the teeth is inserted. Since the teeth are inserted into the socket or theca, the mammalian teeth are called thecodont. The three important parts of teeth are root, crown, and neck. The part buried in the socket is called dental root. You can see here. Then crown, the part of the tooth above the gum or above the socket, and they are covered with enamel. That is what is called dental crown. This total portion which is exposed outside of the gum. Then the neck, the junction of the crown and the root is called dental neck. This portion is called dental neck. The dental roots are separated from the jawbone. You can see here, dental roots are separated from the jawbone by a peridental membrane or alveolar membrane. They are calcified bundles of white color fibers called Sharp's fibers. Then let's see the three hard parts of the teeth. Dentine or ivory. It encloses the pulp cavity. You can see here, this part is called dentine or it is called ivory. It encloses the pulp cavity. Then dental enamel, this outermost portion which covers the dentine or covers the crown of the teeth. Then dental cementum fixes root in alveolus, dental cementum. That's a particular substance that fixes the root in the alveolus or the dental socket. Let's see the details. Dentine. Dentine is hard, elastic substance similar to the bone. Is the hard is responsible for the hardness of the teeth, and is also protected by the enamel, which is also hard. Then actually the body of the teeth is formed by this dentine, this hard part called dentine. Then enamel, hard, dense, and prismatic material, they shines well. It forms a cap over the crown. Okay, hard, dense, and prismatic material forming a cap over the crown is formed from the amyloblast cells of calcium and magnesium salts. Then cementum. Cementum is also a hard material, and they are structurally almost similar to the bone. It forms a coating around the dental root. It forms a coating around the dental root and fixes the root firmly in the socket of the dental arch. Then what is meant by pulp cavity? You can see here the innermost medullary portion, the pulp cavity. Dentine encloses a central space. This is the dentine, and dentine encloses a central space within the entire root. It's called pulp cavity. Then dental pulp. What is present inside the pulp cavity are called dental pulp. Pulp cavity is filled with a soft and vascular tissue. Pulp cavity is filled with a soft and vascular tissue. Vascular refers to blood vessels. Okay, the tissue with the blood vessels are called vascular tissues. Then it contains blood capillaries, nerve fibers, and dentine secreting mesodermal cells. The mesodermal cells which secrete dentine, they are called odontoblast. Okay, now you have learned two types of cells. Amyloblast, which forms the enamel. Enamel is made of calcium and magnesium salts. Then odontoblast, present in the pulp cavity, they secrete the dentine. Then what is meant by closed rooted teeth and open rooted teeth or rootless teeth? Closed rooted teeth means the basal opening of the pulp cavity gets almost closed. The basal openings of the pulp cavity gets almost closed, so the dentine will not get nourishment. So after a particular age, the growth of the teeth will be stopped. Okay, after a certain stage of growth, the basal opening of the pulp cavity get almost closed. So the odontoblasts present inside the pulp cavity will not get nourishment to produce the dentine. So the growth of teeth will be stopped. For example, mammals including human beings. Then there are some mammals which are open rooted. Means in the upper incisors of elephants and upper canines of walrus, you say they continuously grow. The pulp cavity remains permanently opened and contains persistent pulp. Okay, since the basal portion of the pulp cavity is opened throughout the life stage, they will get continuous nourishment. The odontoblast will get continuous nourishment and they will produce dentine throughout the life. So the teeth will grow throughout the life. Okay, in them the pulp remains continuous with the underlying mesenchyme cells. So they will always get nourishment. The odontoblast will get nourishment. For example, elephant, walrus, and rodents. Now let's see the development of teeth. It's almost similar to the development of placard scales in the shark. Means they arise as the dermal or dental papilla. Papilla refers to small tissue projections. So from the gum, they will arise as small dermal or skin papilla. Then outermost columnar cells of the gum will be differentiated into odontoblast, which will secrete dentine on the outer surface. Okay. Then after that, a cap of hard enamel will be formed from the amyloblast cells, and they will cover around to the top and sides of the dentine. That is the primary structure of the teeth. Then no enamel will be deposited on the root portion. Then central portion of the dental papilla gives rise to the pulp which nourishes the tooth. Then classification of teeth. Homodont, heterodont, you might have heard. Homodont refers to the isodont or similar type. Is a condition where the teeth are all alike in their shape and size. For example, in the case of toothed whales, all teeth are alike. Then heterodont refers to different. Teeth are distinguished according to their shape, size, and function. Means in an organism, There are many types of teeth having different shape and size. The function also varies according to the shape and size. For example, human being itself. According to the mode of attachment of teeth, teeth can be classified into many types. Trichonodon refers to the teeth which are fixed in the sockets or alveoli of the jawbone, and capillaries and nerves enter the pulp cavity through the open tips of the hollow roots. For example, human beings. Then acro refers to the tip. You can see here. This is the trichonodon. They are fixed in the sockets or cavities. Then acrodon refers to they are fixed in the tip. The teeth are fused to the surface of the underlying jawbone. This is the jawbone. Then teeth are just fixed on the surface, not in the cavity. They have no roots and are attached to the edge or tip or acron of the jawbone by fibrous membrane. They are just attached with the help of fibrous membrane. Fishes, amphibians, and some reptiles are examples. Then pleuro refers to membranes or the tissue portions. Here the teeth are attached to inner side of the jawbone. Here you can see, or side wall. Pleuron refers to the side wall, side membrane, or side tissue. The tooth touches the bone only with the outer surface of the root. Okay, the tooth touches the bone only with the outer surface of the root. In acrodon and pleurodon types of dentition, there are no roots and nerves and blood vessels do not enter the pulp cavity at the base. Okay, in both these cases, there are no roots and blood vessels and nerves do not enter the pulp cavity at the base. Example is Necturus is an amphibian and some reptiles are having pleurodon dentition. Then according to the succession or replacement of the teeth have been divided into many types. Monophyodont. In some mammals, only one set of teeth develops in their lifetime, and this condition is called monophyodont. There will be no replacement after a particular age. For example, marsupials, platypus, sirenians, and toothless whales. Then diphyodont. Di means two. In most mammals, two sets of teeth are found. Human beings. The first temporary set of teeth called deciduous teeth or milk teeth or lacteal teeth. They will be lost after a particular age and replaced by a second set of teeth. They are called permanent teeth. Then polyphyodont. In this condition, the teeth are replaced continuously throughout their life, one by one. Example, most lower vertebrates replace the teeth generation following generation or generation after generation. For example, dogfishes, snakes, etc. Then kinds of teeth. In heterodont condition, we have seen that there are different types of teeth having different shape, size, and function. The teeth can be distinguished mainly into four types: incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Okay, let's see the first one, incisors. You can see the very attractive teeth. It determines the character and beauty of an individual. The narrow-edged tooth at the front of the mouth, adapted for cutting, right? Cutting of food particles. In humans, there are 4 incisors in each jaw. These are the first incisors, then after 2 small incisors on the side of the first incisors. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, there will be 4 incisors on lower jaw. They are conical, chisel-like, single-rooted, and monocuspid. Cusp means projections on the surface of the teeth, with undivided crown and sharp cutting edge. Okay, this is the property of the incisors. Then canine, almost sharp, you can see on both sides. 2 on upper jaw and 2 on lower jaw, just after the incisors. Immediately behind the incisors, they are single in each half of the jaw. Means there will be 2 on each jaw. They are large pointed Pointed means sharp. Long crowned with a single root. They will be longer than the incisors. They are used for piercing and tearing the flesh of the prey. Sometimes the canines are used in holding the prey also, mainly seen in the carnivorous mammals. In rodents and lagomorph or rabbits, the canine is absent, leaving a space in between the incisors and premolars. The teeth which are coming after the canine are called premolars. So if the canine is absent, there will be a space, and that space is called diastema. Diastema is seen in the case of rodents and lagomorphs. Lagomorph means rabbits. In horses, the canines are relatively small. Then premolars and molars. The teeth which are coming just after the canine are called premolars. They are 2 on each side, means 4 on a jaw. Then after that, there will be 3 more teeth on one side of the jaw. They are called molars. Okay. Then premolars and molars. The number is variable, usually not more than 4 pairs of each type in each jaw. Root is branched, means they will be having many roots. That's why dentists find it very difficult to remove the premolars and molars. They will be having more roots. And crown is divided into many cusps. You can see many projection here. They will be having many cusps. So they are called multicuspid. Premolars with 2 roots, double rooted, and 2 cusped crown. The premolars have got 2 roots and 2 cusps. Molars have got several roots, maybe 3 or 4, and many cusped. 3 or 4 cusps will be there, or projections will be there. Then in the case of carnivores, there will be some adaptations. Carnassial teeth or sectorial teeth or shearing teeth will be present. The last upper premolar and the first lower molar on each side are specialized for flesh eating. Means the last upper premolar teeth and the first lower molar tooth are specialized for flesh eating. They are called carnassial teeth. That set is called carnassial teeth. They are large and strong with sharp cutting cusps for shearing the flesh and cracking bones. They work against each other. They are adjacent, and they're working as blades of scissors. In mammals called lemurs, first premolar is sharp and canine-like. The first premolar is also sharp and canine-like. And in the case of human beings, the last molars are called wisdom teeth. The eruption may be much belated or imperfectly formed or even absent. In the case of human beings, you might have noticed that the last set of the molar teeth on each side of the jaw will be very late to erupt, and if it comes, they will be coming as imperfectly positioned, and they will cause a lot of pain on the jaws, and that is called wisdom teeth because they appear very late. The old age is almost related with the wisdom of human being. That's why it is called wisdom teeth. In crab eater seal, molar are provided with denticulate processes to filter planktons. There are particular types of processes. They helped filter the planktons in the water. Then different types of cheek teeth again. Cheek teeth are of various types depending on the number, shape, and arrangement of cusps. They are trichonodon, trituberculate, we can see in detail. Trichonodon, they are found in extinct mammals, molars with 3 sharp conical cusps in a linear series. Trituberculate, found in fossil mammals, in which cusps are tubercles were arranged in triangles. Then buonodont, molar teeth with low conical cusps meant for crushing pig, monkey, man, etc. examples. Then cecodont, cusps have sharp cutting edges. You can see here, cusps have sharp cutting edges for tearing and cutting fleshes. For example, carnivores. Then selenodon, molars with a vertical crescent. You can see here, molars with vertical crescents. Crescent-shaped ridges on the grinding surface. Crescent means moon-shaped. Okay, half moon. For example, camel. Then brachiodont, molar teeth with low crowns and short rods. The molar teeth with very low crowns and short root. Example, cow. Then hypsodont, teeth with high crowns. See here, the crown is very high and very short roots. For example, horse. Then lophodont, cups are connected by several transverse ridges called lophos. Each transverse ridge is called lopho. Adapted to grind all sorts of plants, including grasses, elephants. Then let's go to the dental formula. We have seen that each species has got a particular type, number, and arrangement of teeth, and that is what is called dentition. So there will be a dental formula. The number of teeth in any particular species remains constant but varies in different species. So according to the number of teeth, we can set different types of formulae for each species. They are called dental formula. The number and kind of teeth in a species of mammal is expressed by a sort of equation. It's not actually an equation, just number represented by some set of numbers. Since two halves of each jaw are identical, see here, this half is similar to this half. So since two halves of each jaw are identical, only the teeth of one side are represented in the dental formula. Okay, those of the upper jaw and lower jaw are represented or separated by a horizontal line. So this and this will be separated by a horizontal line. The teeth of the upper jaw in the numerator and lower jaw in the denominator. You can see here. The kind of teeth is indicated by initial letters I, C, P, M, and M. Incisors, canine, premolar, and molar. Numbers of teeth shown in the formula are multiplied by 2 because we have taken only the teeth on one side of each jaw, upper jaw and lower jaw. When a certain type of tooth is absent, a 0 is used to indicate. Let's go to the examples. Here, 3131 refers to the teeth present in one side, teeth present on one side of the upper jaw and the teeth present on the same side of the lower jaw. Okay, so since this is the teeth on one side, we can see that there will be one more set similar to this left side, 3131. Okay, here also 3121. So we can get the total number of teeth by first adding the number present in the dental formula. 3131 refers to 8, then 3121, 7, 8 plus 7, 15, then 15 into 2 because we have to add the teeth present on other side also. 15 into 2, there will be totally 30 teeth in the cat. So you can see and calculate the dental formula of all other organisms also: dog, pig, human, cow, horse, rabbit, sheep, elephant. Okay, then modification of teeth in mammals. We have already See in the diastema, there's a gap between the incisors and premolars in some herbivores because canines are absent. In insectivorous mammals like moles and hedgehogs, upper and lower incisors are elongated. Upper and lower incisors are elongated and are in the form of forceps to catch insects. In spiny anteaters and great anteaters, no teeth are present. Then secondary toothless condition. In the case of platypus, embryonic teeth are replaced by horny epidermal plates for crushing molars. Okay, teeth will be present in the embryonic stage only. Then in whale-born whales, fetal teeth are replaced before or soon after birth by baleen plates. Baleen plates are used for filtering the planktons. In the case of elephants or proboscidea, the incisors of the upper jaw grow into huge tusks because its lowermost portion of the neck is open. Pulp cavity is open. Basal portion of the pulp cavity is open. The odontoblasts will get continuous nourishment. These have no roots. Tusk consists entirely of dentine and is not covered with enamel. That's all about the description of the dentition. Thank you.